A new report card for America's high school seniors is out, and the results are sobering. For the first time in more than 30 years, 12th grade reading scores have fallen to a record low, raising tough questions about what this means for students and for the nation's future. The data come from the 2024 National Assessment of Educational Progress, better known as the Nation's Report Card. First administered in 1992, the exam offers the most consistent national snapshot of what students know and can do. The latest average reading score is now the lowest on record, extending a slide that began more than a decade ago rather than representing a one-year blip. What do those numbers look like in everyday terms? Nearly one-third of seniors, 32%, performed below basic, struggling with tasks as fundamental as locating a main idea or identifying supporting details. That share is the highest ever recorded. Across the board, scores slipped for almost every group of students except those at the very top, who held steady. Math results paint a similar picture. 12th grade scores are at their weakest point since 2005. Why is this happening? Researchers say the pandemic amplified the problem, but it didn't create it. Several overlapping forces appear to be driving the decline. Screen saturation. Teens spend unprecedented hours on social media and short-form videos. Rapid-fire content can condition brains for quick hits of information, making sustained attention to longer, more complex texts feel tedious. Changing classroom practice. Many English courses have shifted toward excerpts, articles, and test prep passages rather than full novels. One UCLA scholar recalls high schoolers routinely reading 20 books a year. Now, some classes assign as few as 3. Gaps in instruction. In many districts, explicit phonics and decoding lessons end after the early grades. Students who haven't fully mastered those skills are left to struggle silently as texts grow denser. Lost learning time. Even brief school closures forced by COVID-19 disrupted routines, reduced in-person feedback, and widened gaps, especially for students already on the margins. The consequences are more than theoretical. In 2024, only 35% of seniors were judged ready for college-level reading, down from 37% just 5 years earlier. Colleges, employers, and even the military rely on strong literacy. Without it, doors close. Lower literacy also limits civic engagement, everything from interpreting a ballot measure to understanding healthcare forms. U.S. Secretary of Education Linda McMahon called the trend devastating, arguing that global competitiveness demands proficient readers and critical thinkers. She emphasized that the answer isn't merely more money, but greater flexibility for states to pilot new ideas. Matthew Soldner, acting director of the Department of Education's research arm, framed the results as a warning light on the dashboard, urging concerted, focused action to accelerate student learning. So what can be done? Experts point to a back-to-basics yet forward-looking plan. Rebuild foundational skills. Continue explicit phonics, vocabulary, and fluency work well beyond elementary school. Gaps that aren't closed early only widen with age. Boost reading volume. Give students more choice, novels, biographies, graphic literature, podcasts with transcripts, anything that sparks genuine interest. Then gradually extend length and complexity to rebuild stamina. Use technology strategically. E-readers, audiobooks, and adaptive reading apps can meet students where they are while still demanding deep engagement with text. Provide targeted tutoring. Small group or one-on-one sessions, even just a few times a week, have been shown to accelerate growth for struggling readers. Track progress. Frequent, low-stakes assessments help teachers spot trouble early and adjust instruction before small problems become insurmountable. None of these steps is quick or cheap, but taken together, they amount to a coherent strategy rather than a series of disconnected fixes.
The nation's report card makes clear that literacy declines are neither isolated nor inevitable. They are the result of policy and practice choices that can be changed. The latest scores are a wake-up call, but they don't have to be a verdict. With focused effort, today's high school seniors and the classes that follow can regain the lost ground. The payoff, measured in college success, workplace productivity, and informed citizenship, is worth the work.